Hello there and welcome back to the channel, the start of our new Sunday series, Broken Sword 2, The Smoke and Mirror. Now, I know that I've played this game before. I remember playing it back on the PlayStation 1, which is going back quite a long time, and I haven't really played it. I played it quite a few times on the PlayStation, and then I haven't played it since. So I basically remember next to nothing about what's going on in this game. I can't remember what it's about, to be perfectly fair. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what the actual main story is. What I do remember is Pearl and Dwayne from the first game are in this. I remember those. And I remember, for some reason, something to do with dog biscuits. Specifically the charcoal dog biscuits, because I don't know why that stuck with me over the years, but that's one of my memories of this game. Yeah, it's been a long time. So that being said, let's just jump straight back in, or let's jump straight into it. So grab your favorite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, come hang out with me as we dive straight into Broken Sword 2, The Smoke and Mirror. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Revolution. I like these guys. It's a shame that we lost them. Or they moved on to other things. Jungle. I don't remember this. Or we're playing the remastered version, just so you are fully aware. You probably saw it on the title screen. Actually, you may not. In the little screen that was up there. That was up there in the intro. Broken Sword, The Smoking Mirror, remastered.
This must be the place. Professor Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I've been away from Paris.
Not a creepy house. I wouldn't say that's a creepy house. If you painted that house black, then maybe you get Addams Family vibes, but I like the Addams Family house.
An appointment with an archaeologist.
So I'm just going to turn that down just a slight.
Stone she came across while researching the story.
That's like quite loud in my headset.
The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad.
I mean, what does an archaeologist really look like? Excuse me, that was a little bit rude. Nico, run. Running might be a good idea. Never mind, just get stabbed in with a dart. It's a very unique way of falling as well. You just to tie us up. Alright. He's not gonna have a good time of it, I don't think. I think he's having a bad day as well. I don't know if that's like... Oh, hello, spider. No, thank you. No. Oh, and just fire. Okay. It's not like we're in any trouble at all. Yep, he's not... Did he lose his heart? Speeder, kindly back away. Like, are you like a real spider? Because I don't know spiders that are this aggressive, like going to attack someone, especially like tied to a chair. Like, I can understand, like, spiders will defend the territory, but this isn't this spider's territory, and he's not, you know, he's on the aggressive. Also, why did he stop? Stamp on you, please.
There were only 3 things I didn't like about spiders. The way they looked, the way they moved, and the fact that they lived on the same planet as me. This spider was big, mean.
First two points.
Not a native of Europe.
there's no such thing as a cute spider. 2, or the second one, I don't like the way they scuttle. I don't mind them walking calmly, like a tarantula. I don't mind walking calmly. I don't mind them when they're walking nice and calm. It's when they scuttle, they scuttle towards you, or just the scuttle. No, thank you. Third one though, I can tolerate them living on the planet. I know they are important. They're important to the ecosystem. They all have the part. I don't like it when they're in my domain, like on my level of domain. When they're down here, no thank you. They are removed, one way or the other. If they're up there, in the area of the room where I don't live, they're quite happy to hang out there. That's my philosophy. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Because we are just still in a burning building. Tied to a chair.
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders while tied to a chair.
Is that a
No
real
such
book?
luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
Yeah, let's just kick that.
Maybe I'd been a little
Kasplat.
heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape.
I mean, my excuse is we needed to get access to this. Because this, I think, we can use to cut the ropes. Seems about the right height. And it's just
One mighty
happenstance that the spider didn't have good reflexes and he didn't scuttle forward.
Fire.
Can I pick it up? Can I have a book? Can I take a book?
The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
Aw. Okay, let's start looting the place. I know the place is on fire, but we're just going to loot the place first.
Decorated pot.
Yeah. So the aim of these games is to
Inside, I
take
found a bottle of...
everything that's not nailed down, basically.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell,
I'm not actually trying to tequila.
just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
I've never had
Something
a free.
short,
I never had a
fleshy,
free
gross on the carpet.
Lobano.
It was
Sorry.
a worm from the bottle of tequila.
Oh, it's just a worm. Sorry. Yeah, I've never had a good tequila. Although I don't know if I just don't like tequila in general, or whether it's just I've just had crappy tequila. You know what I mean? Right. Sorry. Distracted.
Nice couple.
Oublier. I mean, she's kind of cute in a pixelated kind of way.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Yeah, I'll be more worried about the poison on the dart than I am the picking the dart up. I mean, you don't want to stick yourself with it.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred
Ew.
to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
Yeah,
Well, they could be useful.
I'm assuming I don't know any lady that carries a spare pair of panties in a purse. Correct me if I'm wrong. That might be an actual thing that ladies carry around with them. They seem to carry a lot of things in the bags. Can
I
take the
wasn't
spider
gonna touch
box.
the box after that spider had been inside it.
Why not, though? You could always use a little box. And yet, we're still on fire. Can I open the door?
The door blocked my only means of escape.
I mean, I'll say, you can go out the windows, but there's bars on the windows. What are you, siphon?
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
My question is, I think he's going to have to use that siphon to shut down that fire. Is there enough water in that siphon, even with gas, like pressurized, to sort that bloody fire out? I'm not sure there is.
The cabinet was locked.
Do we have anything to unlock it? I like the face on the worm. Hold on.
In the cabinet's wooden door
Do we have a key?
was a very small keyhole.
Well, I have a very small... I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something there. No. Can we pick it with that? There ain't no key. I've checked everywhere else. There ain't no key.
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Canister.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Cloth. We'll probably need a cloth, and the only cloth we have are these.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
I mean, at least it came in useful. And then we're definitely using the gas canister on the siphon. Nice hiss there.
The cylinder gave out
Looks
a
like we're in
faint
business.
hiss as the valve opened.
Smoothly done.
Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Like I said, is there enough in there to sort that out? Is that a logical jump there? Or is that perfectly valid?
Well-aimed squirt of his soda fountain. Our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico.
But where, though? She's been taken. Let's head out.
I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Panty time? Never mind, just kick the door open. That wasn't very subtle, actually. We're in the lobby. Let us leave. Actually, I should probably check that first.
The door was locked. I didn't fancy my chances of kicking this door down.
Window. These windows don't have bars. What's this newspaper gun?
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Now my question is, I'm pretty sure that I'll find an answer somewhere. Am I correct in saying that if there's a full solar eclipse that you can see from a certain space, anywhere else that you look, it'll be a partial eclipse? Or am I completely wrong on that?
The phone was no use to me. Apart from Nico, there was no one in Paris I wanted to call.
Okay, so we trying this door? Can't get out the main door. Need to find a key.
It was locked.
Now there's nothing upstairs because I've literally clicked on everything that I can up there. So we must have what we need in here. Just there. Can we have a look at that?
I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Lobineau, the history student Nico had known at college.
I don't like Lobineau.
Was sentimental mush.
He's a little bit too sleazy. Probably the wrong. Might be the right word.
It gave his telephone number. Lobineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't
see
believe
that face right there says it all. Look at the disgust on his face. Look at that disgust. Right.
The pot contained a key.
Well, that's convenient.
The red and yellow pot had black decorative markings shaped like hands. Weird mutant hands, that is.
And actually, yeah. Both. Oh, that's your little thumb right there, and you got 3 fingers. It's a Simpsons hand. Right. So where's this?
It looked like a house key.
Ooh. Can we get out?
I unlocked the door.
Let's
Without
get
a
out.
plan, I had nowhere to go. Maybe there was something in the house which would give me a clue where Nico had been taken.
Okay.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper.
How did you not notice that when you picked it up?
OBA's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts. and all made in Marseille.
Are we going to Marseille?
It was Houbier's bank statement. I wasn't going anywhere until I had a plan of action.
Okay. So we got to ring Lobano. It gave us a number for a reason. We're going to have to ring Lobano and
Much as I
do
dislike
something with him.
Lobano might be my only hope of finding Nico.
So we've got a direction, Marseille, but we need a plan of action, which we'll probably get by discussing it with Lobano.
Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
No, current.
I didn't call you
Current.
to fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen.
Yeah, it's not about that. It's not about that anyway.
Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Yes.
Sure.
Rude.
Andre?
Another rude guy.
I'll show you.
That's why I don't like him. He's rude. He's crass.
I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
Yeah, me too. Me too. George, me too. Do we have... We don't have the... Oh, we do have the key. Can we use this key on this door? It's the same key for both doors.
The house key didn't fit this lock.
Okay, can we ever get in that? I'm wondering if we can ever get in that door. Let's leave. I'm assuming we're
Looking
going
forward
straight
meeting
to Montfaucon.
Lobano again, but he was my only link with Nico. There was no sign of
I'm not in control right now.
cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
At least the Pathfinder's a little bit better in this one. I didn't remember. The first one, like, you could just kind of work off your own context clues as to where you're going next. This one seemed a little bit more structured. Hello.
But don't I know you?
Yeah, I recognize you, don't I?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was. Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, the catacombs were right down there.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend. I'm not going to mention Lobano straight
What
away.
it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
I mean, we're on mission.
Company isn't good enough for you.
It's really good, just not drinkable, not drinking good.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
Oh really?
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
I mean, you were when we met you last time. You were just kind of like hanging around here and not really working, just sitting in the cafe drinking.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Houbier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
You're a little out of my field of experience, monsieur.
What is your experience?
Killer or sodomite, I might have been able to help.
Oh, that's very unique. That's a very unique experience. What do you? Can I take you?
I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
See, we're kleptos. We have to get. I'm gonna get that flask. I don't know why I need the flask, and I don't know if I need the flask, but I want the flask. I can attempt to pick up the flask. I want it. Hello.
What's that you're drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
What do you make of this dart?
Let's continue the conversation.
I remember
Just ask everyone everything.
the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
That's probably useful in certain situations. I mean, would you use a human raft? In an emergency, not in regular day-to-day work, just in... That sounded really bad. In an emergency situation, if you could like float, like pump up a guy or pump up someone who's already passed in order to use them as a raft to get across a body of water, would you do so in an emergency situation? I don't know if I could. Life and death, although I've never been in a life and death situation, so I can't really say for certain whether I would or not. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You know how it is. But do answer the
What do you
question.
make of
Would you
the-
be able to do that?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Well,
Oh. Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison.
is it
I
though?
don't know anything about eclipses.
It's when one covers the other.
Tell me what you make of this note.
Yeah, tell me about the
In
note.
experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting.
Oh, do
I'd
tell.
say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Close.
You got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
I don't know about Oedipus complex. I can't remember what that is. Is Oedipus complex something to do with your mother, or am I wrong on that count? Right, so how am I going to get you?
The man was still looking.
How am I going to get your flask? I want your flask. Can I talk to you? Aye.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
Okay. So I don't know what we're doing here. Can I
It
go in
was
the?
too hot to sit inside the cafe. Besides, I might miss Labino.
I think Lobano's going to be here any minute. I don't know what we're waiting for.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
I mean, the sewers were all the rage last time. Can I talk to you?
Oh, garçon.
Yes.
He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
And completely blanked. Okay. Are we going to annoy him until he... Can we talk to you now about the rude waiter?
I had nothing else I wanted
No, we
to ask
can't.
the gendarme.
We'll have to talk. I'm sure we'll have to talk to him. There's nowhere else we can go. He's the only guy that we can leave. We can't get the flask yet.
Hey, you. What? I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
Snooty. Very snooty. I like how you responded to "Hey you" with incredulity. I can't say the word. Incredulity. It is a word, but I don't think I'm saying it right. Yeah, I'll have a coffee. Thank
Un
you.
café.
Thank you.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Yes, tell me about the flask.
Absinthe. I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
Fair point. Well, this is basically what he does with his own stuff is his own business.
Called André Labino.
Oui, I know him. What of it?
We're supposed to be meeting him here.
Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oh, that's Ubier. That's a picture of Ubier. I didn't realize who that was.
The little dachshund. They
Little
used to
dachshund?
come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
Movie star.
Oubier's wife was a movie star. How come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood.
That's a valid
His
point.
name was Carol Climax.
With a name like that,
In
I'm
circumstances.
assuming she's gonna be on the spicy side.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
Yeah.
Good lawyer, and a watertight alibi.
Okay.
Why would
What alibi
a
though?
public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
I mean, with a name like Carol Climax. Sorry. I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something off cuff there, and no, I caught myself.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Look at this. A poison dart.
Yes.
Ah, oui. Sure.
Yeah, I'll stick you with it. I'll stick you with it, and we'll test out the theory.
Matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
That's all.
Very close.
Thank you.
Very close. Right. First things first. Oh, never mind.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
Don't call me Georgie. It's George.
I wouldn't normally call you. But Nico's in trouble.
Yeah, he's having a spy. He's listening there. Look at that.
Find her.
What?
Just a
What have
little
you
bit of a
dragged
look.
her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler's kidnapped her. And he tried to kill me.
Do you really know he's a
Every time she
butler?
gets involved with you, there is
How do you know he was a
Walking
butler?
out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right
Yeah,
now,
that's
Nico's in
no
danger.
way.
We have to
There's
work.
no way that Nico would be that callous.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Ubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
Wait, you have it?
So that's what all the
Is
trouble
that a jackal? Is that a jackal stone?
Nicely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
I mean, it's worth more than that.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is.
Can you tell I don't like
What are
Lobano?
you talking about?
He's too snooty and sneezy and nah.
The guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Really?
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Why not?
You should.
Yeah, you really
It was
should tell
something
us.
to do with smuggling.
What kind of smuggling?
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt on
Valid point. We need to speak to her to actually find that out for sure.
Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself. Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
Oh, so you never spoke to him?
You don't really know him at
Yeah,
all.
so you just
No, I don't.
send her off to
Does
some
Ubier
specialist.
employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, he has a lot of dealings down there. What we're gonna say about the worm?
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
It's gonna be a backbone joke.
It's got more backbone than
There we go.
You think
I was
you're
expecting it.
amusing, don't you?
I was expecting it. A little bit rude,
What
but
can
you know,
tell
I'll
me
allow
about
it.
this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Really?
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank, the Glees Gallery.
All right. Are we going to the Glees Gallery?
Right?
It's a bank statement.
Yeah. Professor Ubier's account. 5 large cash withdrawals in the space of 3 days. All from an automatic teller in Marseille. Suspicious, isn't it?
Little
You're
bit.
even more crazy than you were before.
See you later.
Goodbye,
Well,
Georgie.
I'm an investigator. Actually, I don't know. Is he an investigator? Meanwhile, 700 kilometers away.
I've had enough of your games, Kalal. Tell me what you've done with
That's
my
very
stone.
unique. I wonder how, like, how you actually get your hair that flat on the top.
Cocaine, Karzak. Why are you?
Also, does anyone have that kind of hairstyle in real life?
Tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
I've only ever seen it in, like, films and
Okay.
media.
Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends,
You're lying, Nico.
and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's
Nah, I don't think he's buying it at all. The look on his face.
Your mindless prattle.
Yeah.
We'll leave you to think
Rude.
it over.
So what's that red box in the left-hand corner? What's this? I want that flask. Still want the flask.
Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which is...
So she was an adult star.
World.
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
First I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
I'm just wondering why we're focused on his wife. Is that going to be an actual thing?
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded the respect.
Can I
Not
take the
anymore.
flask? He's got his eyes covered. I don't think he's gonna... Wait. Our guy here. Move. I don't think I can take...
I grabbed the flask and was
Alright, we got it.
powerful.
I didn't know whether they'd be able to take it with the...
alcoholic drink.
restaurant guy. I forgot his name. The server, the restaurant guy. Are we done here? Have the flask.
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's Gallery.
Glee's Gallery. And I don't think he's noticed that his flask's gone missing.
Glee's Gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
I mean, how many customers does a gallery like this actually get? And that's what I wonder. He looks important. Although I think this guy is the guy we need to speak to.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
You're English?
These days one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you...
Acceptable.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
Yes.
Black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir.
With
one
a
doesn't get
jacket on the
much
front?
for Black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
Yeah, I noticed. I've already got one of those.
Yeah, this pot right
Your
here.
opinion on this pot?
Interesting. Would sir be interested in selling the article?
Well, it's not mine.
Depends.
Not mine to
How
sell.
much would you give me for it?
300? Possible 325?
I'll think about it.
That is that 1,000 or is that 100? Is that just 325 or is that 325,000? Because it's 325,000. I'll take it even if it's not mine to sell. It's mine
Guy
now.
over there.
That's Mr. Lane, sir, the critic. I'm hoping he'll give the gallery a favourable write-up. One has to be so patient with these critics.
Yeah, a lot of critics I've seen are very snobby.
Bite, then play them like a fish.
Well, he's certainly drinking like one.
I mean, he's having a fun time of it.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course, his name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
So he's one of his suppliers.
I suppose you have an import.
Let's not change the subject. I was going to talk about the
But that's
climax
not my
lady.
problem. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Which docks? Which docks?
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Why though? I'm just a perfect
Do
stranger.
you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
A little bit harsh.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth.
That's quite a lot of emotions for a
I
film.
wasn't even titillated. Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight
That's
across
good
the
to know.
Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens,
Sarcastic.
I saw some
I like
Central
it. I like the
American
sarcasm.
Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Oh, really?
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm assuming the conversation's done.
I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Oh, really? And
It was a sturdy packing case.
I mean, we can have a look at the packing case. Can I go across there? That's why he's not looking.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll leave. I get the feeling I want what's on that. I get the feeling I want that. Let's go talk to you. Hello, Mr. Critic.
You're Lane, the critic, aren't you?
Correct. Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy? Doing what?
Appreciating the art, or depreciating it. I have a reputation to uphold.
I could
Oh,
tell
really?
this guy was going to be hard work. Have
Tell
you
me
heard
what-
of Professor
Ubier?
Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I
Oh, really?
thought
Not-
Ubier was
not
a
a-
well-respected man.
Not well respected?
His last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Again, a little bit harsh.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
So really, you open to bribery. Like a good wine would like make you rate the place better, because regular customers don't get that.
Would you give me your opinion on this
That's
pot, sir?
that's a little bit harsh. I don't like that.
Yes. Very rapuche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
Also very rude.
What are you doing?
You broke my pot.
Smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
Excuse me, it's worth $350.
I wish to do you a favor.
Now, based on that critic, I'm assuming it's $350 or
Maybe I could turn the
francs.
situation to my
The
advantage.
francs back then.
And at the same time, get my revenge. It was Lane, the art critic.
Can we
The glass was half full of wine.
top it up with? I knew I needed the flask for something. Can we top the flask up with absinthe? Is he going to let me do that, or is he just going to let me? A bit of a wobble on there.
I'd had enough of talking to that slob.
There's a little bit of a wobble there. Did I successfully do that there? Can we give you another one? Allow me.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass.
Oh, apparently didn't.
Wouldn't notice the change of color.
Yeah, you got a bit of a wobble.
Something in my drink.
Yes,
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
but be honest about it.
Certainly an improvement over Glees's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
The pot had
Can I
smashed
take the pot?
into too many pieces to retrieve.
I mean, you could probably do another bit. Can we talk to you again
I
now?
had enough of talking to that slob.
Well, he's got a bit of a wobble on, so if I give him some more, will that, like, give him more of a wobble?
Allow me.
Yes. Allow me to top up your drink. And wobble, wobble. Oh, he's down. He's down. Man down. Man down. I've actually seen something similar to that in my working life, where some unfortunate lady decided to climb up the shelving, like in a retail store, decided to climb up the shelving to get something off the top shelf, and well, bad luck would have it. Thankfully, I wasn't working at the time. I saw it as a pedestrian. But it looked like in slow motion. But I saw her climb up, and then the whole shelf just kind of went like that, and she hit the deck, and then the shelving came all over the top of her. A whole bunch of wine bottles smashed, which was obviously she was trying to get a bottle of wine off the top shelf, and on the other side was a whole bunch of jars, like the producer pickles and stuff like that, gherkins and pickled onions and that kind of. Not condiments, that kind of stuff, and she got basically covered in wine and pickle juice because she decided to climb up the shelving, which you're not supposed to do. For the record, don't try that at home. Don't try that in a retail environment. It's not worth it. Just go and ask for some help. Yeah, I saw it in slow motion. It was horrendous and funny at the same. It was funny just because of the awkwardness of the thing. It was horrendous because obviously she did actually get hurt, because she did have a whole bunch of wine and like glass and wine come over the top of it, and obviously got hit by the shelving collapsing on top of her. I don't know the outcome, I don't know the aftermath of that, but apparently it probably wasn't good. And I completely missed. Can I take it?
Underneath a logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
I think that's
Beginning to make
probably.
sense. Oubier had organized Nico's abduction. Oubier withdrew money from Marseille. Oubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille.
All right.
That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all
But you
I
knew it was torn,
set
so
off
why do we even assume Mars? A few hours later, why would we even assume Mars? It's clearly Marseille. Well, I get the feeling we're
almost
trying to get in here.
arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
We're going straight over the fence. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Oh, hello, doggo. Excuse me, can you... Hi. Do you know that's a well-trained dog? Just a finger.
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason. He's
Yes.
trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay,
Valid.
I'm sorry.
That's valid.
Okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
Really? Can you train it? Actually, to be fair, I already know the answer to that question. That was a disingenuous question. I already know the answer to that. Hello. Yeah, he's not a happy boy. Can I talk to you? Seems to be a hole in the window. What are you doing? Little bug? Did you just throw that empty bottle of, I'm assuming beer?
Do you know what time it is?
No.
I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Times when it's time to go home when the sun goes down. He's probably that generation.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Why aren't you in bed?
Ain't that interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well,
Is that a real thing? Why is that not a real thing in here? Like where I live? A national holiday where everything's shut for a month. That would be kind of cool.
Does that dog belong to you?
If you were still paid for it, that is.
Good job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say.
Seems very hungry.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
20 out of how many though?
Does number 20 have rabies?
Nah, just a bad attitude. Like I said, he's a trained attack dog. They took him when he was a puppy and messed with his head to make him the way he is.
That's cruel. I would say that's
Ever heard of
somewhat cruel to make.
Transglobal?
Sure.
I understand you need training, like security training for dogs,
Could I take a look?
but like to mess up the heads to be an attack dog,
Back in a month.
there's better ways to do it.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Why would you park your truck half a mile down the road though?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a
Yeah, I don't think that's working.
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to
None of mine. Yeah.
Their business is none of mine.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the
Talk to him about everything.
What kind of woman
Typical
you have in
fashion.
mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her the docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
Very true.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here.
Both
when she was
both
abducted.
statements are true.
What?
They are dirty and they are dangerous.
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
A poison dart, huh?
I could
Yes,
tell he didn't believe me.
it's a bit of an unbelievable story. I mean, I can show you the dart.
This is the dart that the Indian shot at my girlfriend.
Sheesh, that's pretty weird, but I don't see why you'd expect to find her here.
Kidnapped, maybe? I don't know. Hey, have some panties. Would you like some? Would you like these?
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
Valid response.
Have you ever heard of Professor Ubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
Doesn't mean you haven't heard them.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of beans.
Don't you ever get tired?
I don't mind some beans, but like in general, no.
What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
What, and the beans don't?
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
I mean, that could come in handy. You don't know.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
No, I didn't.
No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
Should maybe talk to him.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
Thank you very much.
Now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you really can't wait. Can I? I don't know why I knocked out. I just want to have a look through the...
Oh,
Hi.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, I need to find a way to have a look through. Where we're going? Can we around the corner? Oh, I saw... Wait. Before I have checked out down here. What are you? Can I can interact with you?
Ouch! That's hot.
Are we doing the panty trick again?
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Okay, so it wasn't hot. Okay. I was wondering, like, thermal panties, because we picked up that gas canister, but it mustn't have been... It must have been very warm instead of hot. Ooh, can I have the bottle? Nope.
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
I wouldn't either. I don't want to go into dark
My
water.
arms weren't long enough to reach the platform.
What's the platform for, though? That's what I'm wondering. Can I climb up here? I don't think we're going to be going in, but I think we can probably have a bit of a spy around. Keys? No. Beer?
I couldn't reach the bucket. I couldn't reach that far.
I like how he sounds like he's trying. Can I take the
couldn't
coat?
reach the coat. I couldn't reach the door without climbing into the room.
And that would be unfortunate.
I couldn't reach that far.
I mean, I could reach from there. I could reach around. If it didn't knock on the window to alert him to my presence, I could reach in there and grab either of these
Reach the
things.
documents. I couldn't reach that far.
Dog biscuits.
I couldn't reach the packet.
Those are dog biscuits.
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing in here. I can't reach anything. Can I talk to him? Probably not a good idea.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
Oh! Yeah, time to leave. Ooh. That's not fun. Oh, hello. What are you? I didn't see you before. Thank you, hotspot. Really handy, actually.
On one end. I figured it was a boat hook.
The original game didn't have these hotspots, so you just had to literally scan every pixel of the screen with your cursor to see if you could find something that you could interact with. Right, what was that?
It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
Can I use that to grab the bottle? It was just out of reach, so I can hook. Can hook a bottle? I don't know why I need a bottle, but we can apparently pick it up. Thank you.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something, As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Very valid. Very valid. Right, so can I use that on here? Can I reach? Yes, I can. And lower the platform. Why do we need to lower the platform? I'm going to put it back up. I don't know what that platform's for. I'm assuming I'm going to have to maybe lure the dog onto the platform and then lower it down so that it falls into the dock. I mean, dogs can swim, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Hello. Right, so now we have a hook that we've used already. I don't think we can use it up here. We've got a
It was
bottle.
the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, Surge, the beer that clears your head.
Is there such a beer? It's full of water, though. It's going to be cold water. Can I use it to thingy that?
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
And if it didn't, we can always go and get more water and then cool it down again. We could use a couple. Can I take it? Nice.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Right, so what do we need to get rid of the dog. So what do we actually need to... We need the dog biscuits. We're gonna have to... I'm sure we're gonna have to lure this dog onto that platform. Aye.
You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea. Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
Not yet.
Do you recognize this metal cone?
Say, that's just like the Tin Man wore. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
Very true. It's for a little figure that I'm
I'd have
making.
never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
See you later.
That's the least messed up thing about that recording of that film I've ever heard. If you've never looked into what went on with the filming of Little Wizard of Oz, The Wizard of Oz, Julie Garland, look it up. There's some messed up stuff happened, like truly messed. Let alone the Cowardly Lion had a... Was it Cowardly Lion had a revolver? One of the characters when they're in the dark woods basically actually had a revolver. It was a prop revolver, but it was a revolver in the film, in a kid's film. Madness. People think you can actually look it up. It's a real thing. It is a real thing. Completely messed up film. Anyway, side tangent yet again. So we need to get him out of here. I'm assuming we need to block the vent. Obviously not with that. Do we literally just shove the bottle down? Can we put that bottle down the chimney? I mean, it looks about the right size. That would be a yes.
Blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
And he's away. He's out. Okay, so while he's out here, we need to make a hurry. Can we get up in here? Can we drop him in? I don't know what that platform is. Is that to the door? And we're up. Can I take a form?
The box contained nothing but blank forms. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
Can do. I mean, you always have something to use a fire, to make a fire with.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
May as well take it. It's not nailed down. Can I take the beans?
Baked beans in ketchup.
Not bad, not great. Dog biscuits. I want the dog biscuits. Thank you.
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
Can I take the coat? Can I check the
wouldn't have
coat?
considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth.
I mean, check the pockets, maybe?
I wouldn't have considered...
Alright. Are we actually done in here?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Hi.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay,
Alright.
just hold on to that dog.
Yeah, let me out, please. Okay, now we can go down. Okay. We couldn't go down before. Do we actually have to go out there? Hello, doggo.
Hey, 20.
So he's in his hut. He's not looking out the window. He can't see the thing. So we can. I'm assuming we need to get over the fence. So we need to deal with Pucho. Would you like a dog biscuit? Would you like
Hey,
one?
20. Come and get it, boy.
Can we bribe him with a biscuit? Okay. And another one. You have to get him on there.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Because I threw it directly at him last time. There we go. And then now... I'm sorry,
A
dog.
slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
I mean, it's not a very nice, dog, but he's doing his job. At least dogs can swim and he's not going to get hurt. Okay, dogs can't swim.
The dog could
I was
swim
worried
like
there for a second.
Well, like a dog.
Go and have some fun. You go and cool yourself off. See you later, boy. Right, so now we should be able to go straight up here. I don't know what happened to the bottle, how he got the bottle out of that thing. Because he was just standing outside, he wasn't like looking... I wasn't like looking in the pipe or anything like that. I don't know how that solved itself. Just climb straight over the fence. It's not exactly the best guard hut, is it? At least we're in. Panier du Nord.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir.
I mean, it's a bit big to carry around with you.
Pont du Nord, fine wine producers. I didn't recognize the label.
Condor Transglobal, that's the one we're looking for.
It was a beautiful piece of 19th century engineering, but not a lot of use to me.
Can I grab it?
I couldn't reach the wheel and couldn't see any point in climbing up to it. I decided not to tamper with the clamp. Those jaws looked like it could snap shut at any moment.
That's got to be hurt. That's got to hurt. If you get snapped by those kind of things, that's got to hurt. I'm assuming it's for these barrels to, hook it onto the barrel, it'll go down. Gravity will put it down onto the boat, and then that one will go up. And then obviously it'll just go in a cycle. I'm sure we're going to be using that one. Condor Transglobal. Don't try and take the sign.
Also looked firmly attached to the wall. It read Condor Transglobal.
This is building number 1.
Place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
I kind of want to have a look inside. I'm going to look at that. That looks like it's interactable because it's a different shade, different colour entirely. Let's go up the ladders. Before knocking the door, I want to have a bit of a spy. Ooh, we can interact with that. It is how it works. That's cool. See how cool that technology is? I get a feeling that is going to come into play. Window. That's very loud. That's a fan. Guy right there.
The window was jammed shut.
This one doesn't look like it is. Again, animated.
I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan. I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan.
Who are you?
The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates.
What are you hiding behind the crates though? Why? Why would you do
It was
that?
the creep who'd kidnapped Nico. And I had a score to settle.
Now the question is, if I knock on the door, surely he's gonna recognize. He tied me up to a chair. He crushes on the back of the head, ties up to a chair, and left him as a burning building. I'm 99% certain if I knock on this door, he's gonna like find me. Are we not supposed to? The fan's very noisy. I'm wondering if do we have to knock this fan out so in order to knock on the door, which I think is going to be a bad idea. Can we jam it? Has to be.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Can I take it back or no? Because
You make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught.
to be fair, breaking someone's arms would make them make more noise.
Get the stone.
Because
You give me
the
any
pain from
trouble, I'll
broken
tell you
arms
it's all your fault.
would probably make him cry more and whimper more in
He
pain.
must be his boss.
Alright, in for a penny. Let's go knock on the door and hope that he doesn't just delete us right here and there. Madness. I tell you, madness. I wonder how this is going to play out. I don't remember. Hello.
Who is it?
Hi. Pizza.
Pizza delivery?
I didn't order pizza.
No? This is the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company, isn't it?
I don't like pizza.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. No one. There's no one that doesn't like pizza in some
He was
form.
allergic to mozzarella. The grill opened from the inside.
Knock knock. Do I have to lure him out?
Hey,
What now?
look.
We're going with the pizza.
Pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Not even with extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
Black olives, I agree. I don't like black olives. I'm not a fan. Green olives, though. Different level. Different level. I'm not really just going to annoy him until he comes out. Hi.
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
Oh,
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
actually, I get the feeling we don't want to be... Can we go... I think I'm going to need to go up there. I want to hide. I think he's literally going to kill us if he comes out. If we're there. Yeah, it's a big guy. You're a big guy. Can we lure you away? Straight down there, can we like... Yes, come and investigate. Come and investigate. Oh look, you are right in the way. Let's just throw another one down. Hopefully it doesn't delete you. Because, you know, I don't want your death on my conscience. That was right. I was expecting that to hit him in the back of the head. But I'm glad it hit him in the back of the... No, back of the legs. I don't know if he's knocked out. I'm assuming he probably is. More than likely by the fall. Hitting his head on the fall than anywhere else. I don't know if I can go and have a look at him. Probably a bad idea.
The Indian lay spread-eagled among the barrels in the bottom of the barge.
Can I investigate
It
him?
was a long way down, too far to jump.
Oh, so he can't climb. He can't climb back up easily. He is probably knocked out, and is okay. That's bought us some time at least. Let's get in. Okay, yeah, bar the door. That's another great plan. That stops him getting back in when he does get out. So first things first, let's loot the place. We want everything that's not nailed down. What did I just pick
The
up?
only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
A small brass key.
It was a small brass key.
No markings on it. All right. Notice board. What are we dealing with in here?
Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Caramonte City.
What's important about Caramonte City?
It was locked.
Key?
I'd need a crowbar or a stick of dynamite to open that cabinet, but I wasn't here to check out the filing system.
We have a key. Can we open the key?
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
All right. Also, where's our guy gone?
All the crates were firmly sealed.
Yeah, our little guy here, the back that was hiding back here, is gone. Where's he gone? Oh,
Whoa!
never mind. There you are.
Shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my
Hands up.
suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you
I
want?
get the feeling he doesn't speak English.
He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
All right, can we talk to you?
Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Guaramonte!
Is that where you're from? Caramonte City?
Guaramonte! Guaramonte!
Okay.
All right. I don't know why I'm asking you
What have
questions.
done
You don't
with
speak
my
English.
girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand.
Yeah, I don't think he speaks English. So it's probably a stupid thing to ask. Key?
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Oh. Handcuffs? Shackles?
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this?
Manacles.
That big
Shackles.
dog? I'm gonna
Manacles?
set you free, okay?
Same thing. Isn't it? Yeah, let's get you out of there. Please don't... Never mind,
Hey,
just running
Back
off.
here.
Okay. You're welcome. See you later. I wonder if that's going to come back to bite me.
The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
Alright, so I guess he's just in the wind now. Congratulations, you're free. In a foreign country where you don't speak the language. Genuinely, how free is that? I didn't expect that lift to work. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what are you doing?
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Can we move or do we have to sticky label? Can I sticky label it?
The label just wasn't sticky enough to stay in place.
Right. See, did you know that's how a lot of, I don't know if they're still like that, but the whole thing with when the doors are shut and you can stick your hand in it, it doesn't slam on your hand. It like thingy, you break the seal. That's how it works. Obviously, probably more advanced these days than it used to be. Box. Do I have enough time to push the box? Because normally they're not. Normally the doors take like a couple of seconds, if that, to.
That would keep the doors from closing.
Okay. So now we're trapped up here. Although they can't get up either.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Can I interact with you?
There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Twist it. You twist it around and then you put the handle because it means you can bump it. You can bump it at any angle. That's what's the cool about them. Everyone who knows a pallet truck knows that.
I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't drop
The
it then.
crate was labeled Danger. Live contents do not drop. There were small holes in the top and sides and scratchy noises coming from inside.
What's in there though? You're an artifact kind of thing.
No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Okay, so where's Nico? She's meant to be in here, isn't she?
There was no way to open that window.
Can I open the door? I don't know where the door leads.
A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors. These doors were not going to open.
Unfortunate. What else do we have? What other hotspots do we have? Lift buttons. There's no third floor though. Wait, light. Light switch. I was going to say there's no third.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
There's no. I was going to say there's no third floor, so I was wondering what that second one is. That's a light switch. But that. Hold on. We've got grooves. We'll have grooves. That's a secret door.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall.
Let's
My
get this
fingers
door
traced
open.
the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling.
Nice. Secret door.
Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Let's go in. Nico, please be in here.
Nico!
Hello. I'm going to resist the urge to steal this item. I think she's going to be mad if I was in her shoes and the person who come to rescue her picked up a statue and put it in his pocket and sort of rifling through the stuff before I rescued, before I was untied.
You don't have a mustache.
Thank God.
I would be so mad.
How did you find me?
I'll explain later. We have to get out of here.
Where's Pablo, the big guy?
Out cold. Too much wine doesn't agree with him. Are you okay?
Of
That's
course I'm not
funny.
okay. I'm time.
You were just assuming it was wine in the barrels. Yeah, let's just straight untie you. Like I said, if I was in her position and my partner picked up that item before start stealing items before unleashing
How
this,
are you feeling?
I would be annoyed too.
George. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Ubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
Yes, do tell.
From one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes.
Really?
The proof
that the
I
ki-
needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation.
Oh, so that's the story you're working on.
His courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Moo. But instead of the dope
Wait.
I'd expected, they sent me that stone.
Inspector Moo.
And to
Isn't
find
he
out
dead?
more, I called Professor.
Didn't he get shot on the first game?
To his mansion. At least I thought it was Ubier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America.
Maybe.
Could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him.
Like a sacred artifact.
Got to get out
Like
of here.
the I was going to say Tomb Raider 2. No, the
Nick,
Indiana
what?
Jones, the Temple of Doom, where they took the sacred crystals to keep the village quiet, like broken. I think now's safe time to think it out. off we go. So I'm getting the feeling that he is...
We can't use the elevator. If
Oh,
that
never mind.
thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting.
He's going to say it for us.
You've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
That door is blocked. And I can't get into there.
These doors were not going to open.
Okay. Nico, can you tell me some stuff? Oh, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay. Tell
We
me
have a lot to talk about.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing.
I mean, inside a clay statue, you can get a whole lot of drugs. Just saying, like, make it hollow.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs.
Also, the shackled guy downstairs was... He sounded like a kid, but doesn't look like a kid.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
That's where he was shouting as
I
well.
saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightened me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes. They're like
Big guy as well.
animals.
Pablo's a big guy, and to be
Like a
scared of a
tiger.
guy shorter than
That's what
him,
scared me most about
the
him.
short guy must be
He looked
something
so unpredictable and
impressive.
dangerous.
scary.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Ubier himself.
A
That's a
murderer,
nice
huh?
rumor.
André said he was something of a celebrity.
I mean, celebrity for the wrong way.
Did
Yeah.
I hear you refer to Inspector Moon?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm sure he died in the first game. Yes, I remember him.
Of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Moon knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
Weird, but
Did
okay.
that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
Some
I
people,
don't think
some
he
people
knows
like that kind of
where
thing.
he is or what he's doing here.
I'm not
The
judging.
big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco?
That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Wait, he's a dwarf. I mean, he did look short. Then everyone kind of looks short when you're next to Pablo.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right.
Yes.
I kept it as a souvenir.
She didn't look impressed. She didn't look impressed at that.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Most of them are. I don't really care for Mayan, like, god things. They look a bit creepy. No offense to Mayan gods.
these.
If you're out there, Mayan gods.
They were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's.
He's probably thinking with his little head more than his big head.
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
I mean,
Still
he's
sore about that poison dart?
dangerous.
Of course I'm sore.
She should be used to annoying little pricks by now. She has been dealing with Lobano. Sorry, that was harsh. I totally meant that as a joke. Right.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
As luck would have it, I have rope.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Okay. Are we using this as a battering ram? I'm assuming that we're going to be using this as a weight and raise it up, and then we can push it and bust through the door. I'm assuming that's the plan. Grab the rope. Won't reach.
The
Okay.
rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley.
And then we already know we can't pump the truck up because it's been blocked by the box.
there wasn't enough room to move the handle.
So we need to push this, but it's too heavy with that box on. So we need that box across to here. We can transfer it across. And then we can push that box. Because 2 is too heavy. 1, we'll push that one, no problem. We're just assuming that this one here is the same weight as this one. It's just a bold assumption. What else have we got? We need to block the... Oh, tape. Hold on, tape. We've actually got sticky tape. It's not masking tape, it's duct tape. Masking tape's a completely different thing. So we can use this tape to block the sensor. Because it's still sticky.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
I mean, he's locked outside anyway. Unless he came in through the window. Now we can move that across the other side. I don't like that scratching sound. Hopefully we can push this box now. I don't even know what live animals are in the box. Now pump the truck.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
Getting us out here.
So I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
Yes, it is actually.
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
I mean, just walking around's not going to be doing anything. Not doing anything for us either, Nicole. And we'll lower the truck. So he's now free hanging. And come a push.
It was
good plan, too heavy.
To move on my own.
Nico, can I borrow your capable set of hands? Let's get out of here.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
It's called a freestanding battering ram. And again, just walking around, looking around doesn't do us any good to get out of here.
Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
Miss Collard. Let's get out of here. And we're at a dead end. Also, the statue's gone. I'm assuming the statue's either in the boat down there or in the dock.
I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
I mean, the only thing we've got left that could possibly any good is the shackles. And I don't understand how this is actually physically possible for a lot of things. I've seen it done with a rag before in Alone in the Dark and a pair of shackles. You must have to have some massive upper body strength.
Nico, I have a great idea.
It's not a great idea. It's a dangerous idea. Yeah, that's why it doesn't work. I'm glad they addressed that. We ended up in the dock anyway. Yeah, that I don't fully understand.
Gosh, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to John.
Yes, we want the stone. We need the stone.
if you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
Georges, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
No, I wasn't
Oh,
mistaken.
but it was true. If it hadn't been for Georges, I wouldn't be here now.
That's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromonte City.
Coromonte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's
Very
all
true.
we needed to know. Come on, Georges.
I think we kind of knew that already. But off we go to Caramonte.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well,
is that a compliment or not a compliment?
Sure.
I'll let you decide.
We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Someone's having a spy. Also, that's a very
It's market
unique
day.
outfit,
I
Nicole.
don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay.
Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Also, guys trying to delete us because that's probably bad for business. And we have another goat. We have another goat. Right. I think now is a good spot. We're going to leave that here for this week. Made some kind of progress. We got ourselves out of the country, out of Paris, and on the case proper. Obviously, hold on. So just going to go big me real quick. And I'm going to flip myself so I'm facing the right way. It feels weird facing that way when on in intros and outros. I flip it on the retro mode so that I'm looking at the screen. It looks like I'm looking at the screen because looking away, it's a me thing. Looking away from the screen looks weird to me. You probably didn't even notice that. It's a very much a me thing, and I need to be looking at the screen. So sorry, side tangent. So we've got ourselves onto our main case. We're looking into the drug smuggling cartel that Karzak is running. No idea what they're called yet or anything like that. I'm sure we're going to find out. Nice working with Nico again. Don't quite know where the spiritual stone thing is going. This jackal stone or coyote stone. I can't remember. Did they mention what animal it was on the stone? I can't remember if they did or not. I said jackal and I think it might be a coyote. I don't think jackals are native to Mexico or South America. Again, I might be entirely wrong. And watch out for that goat, Nicole. Sorry. So, like I said, we're going to leave that here for this week. I remember bits and pieces as I'm going along. I remember being in Quaramonte City. Or in this area. I remember this area. I don't remember what I did in this area, but I remember this area entirely. It's weird how memory works. Like, I'm remembering it, like, as I'm going along. And obviously, it's probably somewhere in the back of my head. But I know I have played this game before. And I genuinely don't remember it. So, sorry. Side tangent. Yet again, I'm rambling on. It is what it is sometimes. I get in that kind of mindset. So, like I said, we're going to leave that here for this week. Thank you all for watching. I'll just throw myself off. I completely throw myself off again. We're just going to roll with it. I'm going to try that again. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out. Come check out some other stuff that we'll have going on. We would love to have you here. There's bound to be something else on the channel that you will enjoy. We do have quite a few point and click adventures on the channel already. A couple of good ones. Let's say good ones. There's one good one and one bad one. The bad one would be Arc of Time, which is probably one of the worst games I've ever played, and that's really saying something. Took me 25 years, rounding up, rounding down, whatever it is, 25 years to finish that game because it was so bad. I gave up so many times, but we did manage to finish it, and it is on the channel. Please go and watch it. I know it's terrible, and I really don't want to suggest that it's good for you to watch, but it's entertaining to see my disgust at the game and to see how bad it is. Also, it makes me playing the game. It makes me feel justified of me playing the game if people watch it. That's the only reason. The only reason. And again, I'm going off at a tangent. So, if you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. Please remember, I do collect thumbs, so any you choose to give me will be greatly appreciated. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Be a light in the dark for someone. And you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye bye.